Morning. It's Monday morning, June 8th. I'd like to challenge us and also encourage us this day, especially this week, about the mercy of God. And sometimes we take for granted those words and we don't quite understand them all, and we're not going to be able to explain them in a very short time. But a simple definition of the mercy of God is that He withholds the punishment we rightly deserve. Because of our relationship with Christ, He withholds that punishment that we deserve. We see in Scripture that His mercy is fresh every new day. It's that compassion, that tenderness towards us who are in distress. And so that we might not only be a recipient of that mercy, but also be a giver of that mercy, and having that tenderness towards others who are in distress. I think the best example is found in the parable of the Good Samaritan, where Jesus answers the question of an expert in the law when he asks him, "Who is my neighbor?" We see this illustration of this man that goes from Jerusalem to Jericho, and he gets robbed and stripped and beaten and left for dead by robbers. And then come down the road came a priest, a very religious leader, and he saw the man, and went clear on the other side of the road. And then we see a Levite, who was another person of religious leader, and then we see that he did the very same thing. And then comes along a Samaritan, which is an enemy of the Jew, and he saw the man and had pity on him and had compassion on him. And we read in verse 24 of Luke chapter 10, he says, "He went to him and bandaged his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. Then he put the man on his own donkey, took him to an inn, and took care of him. The next day he took out 2 silver coins and gave them to the innkeeper. 'Look after him,' he said, 'and when I return, I will reimburse you for any extra expense you may have.' Which of these 3 do you think was his neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of the robbers?" The expert in the law replied, "The one who had mercy on him." And Jesus told him, "Go and do likewise." We see that the man had compassion and mercy, that demonstration of bandages of wounds of the man who was beaten. Mercy gets his hands dirty. And mercy goes beyond status or color of skin or culture. And mercy finishes a job. And when Jesus says, "Go and do likewise," what is it that we see in our life and people in our lives that might need that sense of compassion and tenderness, that mercy, so that we pay attention to those people that are around us, be able to do those types of things when needed, and that we are compelled to do those, not just out of duty. So my encouragement, what ways can we demonstrate the mercy of God to others? Thank you.